We're live. Who are you? I can't remember. It's been so long. Who are you again?
The bold one, the cold one. John Cold Ice Lawson. I'm trying to eat a Reese's.
Yeah. Let me just do this. I'm Brent Theory.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not trying to eat a Reese's. And what's this? You got the join us at Ecom AI Boss. What? We're not doing any of
where's
that
that
shit.
at? Where did that come from?
You.
I didn't post that.
You posted it. You posted it. Who else would post? It says John Lawson the third.
I posted that where though?
I don't know. You posted it on
Oh,
your
that's
Facebook.
well, it's my damn Facebook. I post well.
Yeah, because you posted it to your personal Facebook page, the one that
No,
always gets hacked.
it's kind of weird.
Oh,
That
you got
thing,
it in both. You got it on the AI commerce thing and your personal profile.
yes, that popped
Yeah,
up.
you did it. It's
No, I'm
it's
saying
you.
it just popped up. That's
Yeah,
so
it just
weird.
popped
As a
up.
comment, like it's an auto comment.
Oh, well,
That's weird. Anyway,
it's weird. Anyway, yeah, we're back. You know what's weird? We're back. It's
that
been
is
so
weird.
long.
That is
Can't even
very.
remember the last time we did this.
It's been probably a month.
But
You know what
I'm all
that
dressed
means?
up. But no, I have no idea.
That means it's a new season.
Oh my God. How many seasons is it? I have no
This
idea.
will be like the fourth season.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
I'm
That's
pretty
why
sure.
I wore my dress white. See, I got my brand new white hoodie and my new
Man,
white cap. I'm all
I
set.
I wish I had a sucker fan like you that would just
Yeah,
buy all
sucker.
that same old shit.
It ain't the same old. It's all new. New styles, new seasons, new styles.
New seasons, new styles for the
Hey, don't
Rams.
hate because we got better gear, better looking gear than y'all do.
I don't think it's better looking, bro. You can't get better looking than black and red.
Yeah,
But
yes, you can.
I
You
don't
can.
think so.
Anyway, it's
I think we
Friday
got some of the
afternoon.
coolest colors.
Yeah. When are you guys gonna win something? That's
We won 5 games this year. What are you talking about?
no, I'm talking about that thing they call the Super Bowl.
All right. Hey, welcome back to.
You know what? Oh, I
Yeah.
want to do this. There's something. I was in all a good mood yesterday, and feeling good about things. Then I got this LinkedIn invite. I'm gonna do the invite. Look at this thing. I'm trying to protect whoever it is. Although I really shouldn't. I really should. But I am. So this is the person inviting me to connect with them on LinkedIn. Read the first thing they say. Brent, connect and subscribe to my LinkedIn newsletter. No hello, no how you doing, no, oh, I see we talk about the same things. It would be great to connect with somebody and share, share thoughts. No, it's demands, demanding me to connect and subscribe to their LinkedIn newsletter. Now, is this something that if you received it, you would be excited about connecting with this person?
No. That's
I
what
mean,
annoys me about LinkedIn just in general. I get that crap all the time.
I don't know if it's just LinkedIn. Well, you know what?
No, it is just LinkedIn.
I don't. Well, it might be for me because I don't really concentrate on any other. I mean, I don't even remember the last time somebody invited me on like Facebook or whatever they call that thing, X
Well,
or
none of these
YouTube.
places really let you contact people you don't know. Now, and it's not a practice. On LinkedIn, it's a practice. Contact
LinkedIn.
people you don't know and tell them to become a friend or follower. That's
Well,
LinkedIn.
but it's not even. I don't know if it's LinkedIn or not. It's just stupid. Why are you going to send out an invite and the first thing you do is like giving somebody a commandment?
Hey
I
man,
command
did you
you to
connect?
connect.
Did you
Hell
connect? Did you
to the
subscribe?
no. Hell no. Are you kidding me? Why would
Well,
I
then you
subscribe
don't
to
know.
something that I don't even know the person?
You could
I
be
don't know who this
missing out.
person is. I
You
will
could be missing out.
continue to be missing out because I ain't responding to those threats. I ain't
Hey, what's my
responding to
name
those.
in there? What did they say about John there?
Well, I left the. I was supposed to cover up the dude's full name.
Oh, that's his name. Okay.
Yeah, so you could be you actually.
Not,
It actually
bro.
would make more sense that it was you.
I mean, honestly, if we
All
weren't
the
already,
AI, all
if
the
we were,
EI stuff I get, EI was it Ecom AI boss stuff I get.
Yeah, if we weren't already connected, I wouldn't be asking. Trust me.
Dude, this dude ain't asking either. I mean, this dude is talking about connect, Brent, connect, like he knows me. Brent, connect. Don't even know me because I don't know him. Am I wrong about this? Did I take this the wrong way?
I mean, I don't know. It's just, hey.
That just pisses me off. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, hey, welcome to LinkedIn.
That's not the proper etiquette if you want somebody to connect with you. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. So that's what you're mad because he didn't say hi first.
I'm mad. There's various reasons. Oh, let's see what Alan says. At least he didn't say.
Yes, exactly.
At least it wasn't the mail merge thing.
Yeah.
But still, no, I am not. Is that the way you somebody roll up to you in real life who doesn't really know you and just taps you on the shoulder and says, John, follow me and connect and read my damn newsletter.
Okay. Let's see.
Would you go along with that?
I want to send, what would you call that?
That's in LinkedIn connection invite.
A LinkedIn. All right.
What are you doing? A chat GPT thing?
Yeah.
Here?
I want to see what chat GPT says. Invite to someone I don't know and ask them to, what'd you say? Connect and subscribe.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to see what the etiquette is around that.
Let's do that. All right.
LinkedIn is the least crowded place to do lead gen.
It's the what? It's the least crowded place.
To do lead gen.
It's the only place.
Well, I mean, aren't you supposed to be doing that on Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp?
Following is such a old, it's so yesterday. Following, connect, those kind of things are so yesterday.
Yeah, but there is good proper etiquette. If you really, all right. So here's the deal.
You're supposed to say, I hope this message finds you well. I came across your profile and was impressed by your experience in industry/field. I believe there's a great deal of synergy between our professional interests.
All right. So take that and then look at what this dude wrote. Brent, just call me out, without even knowing who I am. Connect and subscribe to my. Well, at least this guy is honest. He don't give a damn about me. He just wants a number. He just wants to up his subscription. That's all.
Yeah.
So at least he's being honest about it. I guess I should give him some honesty points.
I don't know. I mean, it's just standard, man.
It's the standard sucks. I'm sorry. The standard sucks. Have you ever sent one of those kind of LinkedIn invites? Like, hey, so and so, just connect with me and follow my newsletter.
I don't care.
I don't give a damn about you.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn about you other than just click the subscribe button. That's all.
For no reason whatsoever.
Thanks and goodbye. I mean, that's what this is all about, right? This is all about pumping up your subscription numbers.
To get somebody to read your content.
I don't even know if he cares if I read the stuff. I think he just wants to. This sounds like, and I know I'm reading a lot into this, but I don't care. It's a Friday afternoon.
Okay.
This sounds like somebody who wants to say, look how many subscribers I got to my newsletter. That's what it sounds like to me. Could I be wrong? I could be wrong. I doubt that I'm wrong, though.
Okay.
I mean, what does it look like to you?
You just be going like ballistic. It ain't that big of a deal, dude.
It's a big
You know
deal.
what?
I don't like this stuff.
You about to have a damn aneurysm about this. You should let this go, bro. I
I
mean,
can't let
for
it
real.
go.
You know, I mean, all the things in the world right now, you
Yeah,
should just let this one go.
there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. You're right. You know what? No, one of those things going on in the world. One of those things that I thought I would never, ever see happen, but
What's
it did
that?
happen. Let me. I'm queuing it up for you. All right. So here's something that who would have thought this would go on in the world?
The Star Spangled Banner performed tonight
Oh,
by 6-time Grammy Award nominated rapper and artist Flava Flav.
yay!
Nobody in the world saw that one
Don't
coming.
you turn it
No,
off.
we're not gonna listen.
Dude,
We
you
are-
gotta look. Hey, for
no.
real, seriously, we gotta hear the ending.
I heard
the ending.
I
Play
heard
the
it.
ending. I don't
I
care. You
can't
gotta
do
play
it.
the
I
ending.
can't. I can't. I only cut a
you
clip
can-
of the
oh
intro.
my god, the ending. But you know what? Hey,
I was expecting
100.
the ending to be, yeah, boy. You know, that's what I was hoping.
I know. But you know what? Flavor, much respect. I
He
have
did
to give
look, he
him.
did way better than I thought he was
He
going
can't.
to
He
do.
took it seriously.
He did.
That's what killed me. I'm like waiting for the punchline. He took it seriously, and hey, it was better than Roseanne Barr.
It was better than Carl Lewis, but it was better than
hey,
Fergie.
yeah, I was about to say it was better than Fergie. Shoo.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I never thought in my wildest imagination that would happen, but he did better. My expectations are so low. He definitely
he blew it
surpassed
out
that.
the water.
He did.
He
Not
blew
to
it
say
out
he
the
was
water.
good. I'm just saying he was good. He
No,
was
in
better
the
than I thought he
expectations.
did.
He blew my expectations out of the
Yeah,
water.
because when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh hell no,
Yeah.
this can't happen."
I'm like, is this for real? Hold on. Where's the joke? You know,
and the announcer with all the 6-time Grammy, I was like, wait a minute, we all know he got the Grammy for yeah, boy, you know, and doing stuff like that.
I mean, he said the 6-time Grammy nominated.
Nominated. Well, he
never won.
He was nominated for yeah, boy. I mean, that's it.
Not necessarily.
Oh, what else was he nominated for?
I'm just saying. I mean, you know, you refuse to listen to that.
I watched
podcast.
it. I'm not playing this again. Oh,
no,
that.
the podcast.
Nope,
so
not watching that.
When he's talking to Chuck D and
Tell him about that. Tell him about the whole thing. Tell him about the whole podcast.
I mean, seriously, guys, if you want to relive and understand, you know, 88 and hip hop history and why it's so important, this podcast is fan freaking tastic. Best thing ever. Let's see, where is it at? That's right. I got to go to podcasts in here. And it is Class of 88. Class of 88. And I want to show it to you, but I can't. There we go. So that's what it looks like. Yeah. Class of 88. Check that out. It's on Audible and it's a podcast.
You're leaving one particular piece of information.
Hosted by Will Smith.
And that's why I will never watch it.
And that's the best part about it. Because Will Smith knows everybody, and he got everybody to come and talk and tell about. But anyway, the one he's doing on these guys with Public Enemy, it was crazy because the deal was Rick Rubin, so he has Rick Rubin on there, you know. I mean, and nobody else can get people like Rick Rubin to, you know, just go back to 88 and talk.
What did he threaten to slap him or something? Or?
No, I'm saying they were on. Here's the deal. That's the other part is they were on the tour with Run DMC in the original Run DMC tour.
Oh, what, the Fresh Fest?
Yeah, no, not Fresh Fest. This is the original Run DMC tour with Run DMC and LL Cool J.
Beastie Boys?
No Beastie Boys. It's pre-Beastie Boys. It's pre-Public Enemy.
It was Run DMC, LL, and who else?
And Jeff and Prince.
How the hell did they get on with them before the other guys?
The story.
That doesn't make any damn sense.
That's the whole story.
But they pay some people off?
No, because the
Come
deal
on, man. The
was
Fresh Prince was the worst rapper there ever was, almost.
I disagree.
He was terrible.
I disagree.
Born in Philadelphia, born and raised. I mean, he
But
sounded
see,
like a
that's
freaking
you
cartoon
have
character.
to. But if you go to like Brand New Funk, which I thought
Which
his
was
flow
good
was
only
great.
because
So here's the deal.
it was good for the music.
Well, but still, his flow was way better. I mean, it
His
wasn't
flow
like he was the
sucks.
worst.
He's
I'm
terrible.
not gonna say he's a great rapper.
Awful.
He's not the worst.
best-
That's
the
all I'm
best-
saying. He's not
the
the
best-
worst.
The best
But
Jazzy Jeff.
wait, let me just finish. Let me finish real quick.
Okay.
On that one, they wanted Brand New Funk to be the original single because they felt that if that Parents Don't Understand came out, that it would, do what it does to you. It puts a bad taste in your mouth as a hip hop purist, right? Because it was very pop. It crossed over.
It was
didn't-
corny
right?
as hell. That's what it was. Corny.
Yeah, well, you know what? The thing is, it got him a TV show. A TV show came from the rap that he made. And he's
I
a
know it did. It doesn't change the corny.
and he's a storyteller. So, at any rate, but
Yeah.
they go into that. So, at any rate, let's go back. So, Rick Rubin is talking about he was in college and Chuck used to be the radio DJ, and that's
Really?
how right. So he's like, man, he had made this little promo that was the intro when he would come on and he was rapping about the show. And Rick was like, man, we need to sign this guy. We need this guy. And he kept trying to call him and he wouldn't pick up the phone.
Wow.
He would not pick up the phone. He didn't want to talk to him, right? So he got a friend of his that was a mutual friend to finally get him on the call. And he told Chuck, Chuck's like, I'm not a rapper. I don't want to do this. But then he said, only way I'll do this if you let me put together a group. And he handpicked all the people, and it was a concept that he wanted to put out there to have, a conscious rap group. At any rate, so he was very selective when he picked Flavor Flav. He's like, Flavor Flav is the salve that'll allow the message to get through.
Yeah,
and if you think about it, he definitely was able to do that.
He was the comedy relief that you needed because all the hard stuff that they were throwing out, you needed a little comedy relief.
Yeah, but I mean, he was a hype guy. He was a
court jester. He was a hype guy, but he was a court jester like hype guy, which you needed because
not on the first album though.
The first album was more trying to
braggadocious.
But the best song on that first, I don't know. There's
one of the best songs.
I was gonna say because I like my 98. I like my Uzi Weighs a Ton, and I like the one where he's just going off with that very simple beat, but it was him just talking about himself. But the best song was that Right Starter that kind of lets you get a glimpse of what was to come because it wasn't about a braggadocio party stuff. He was talking about some serious stuff.
Right.
And so, that kind of opened the door to It Takes a Nation of Millions.
Right. So It Takes a Nation of Millions came out in 1988. Right. And so it goes through all of these absolutely amazing albums and things that happened in this 1 year of hip hop. And so that's why I think, if you want to relive hip hop history, this is something you got to peep out. I mean, he's talking to Eric B. and Rakim. He's talking to Queen Latifah. I mean, just everybody back in that time, back in that day. He's Slick Rick, everybody. It's insane to hear all these people. Roxanne Shante. I mean, it's just everybody.
Did you get Marley Marl in there?
What did Marley Marl do in '88?
Didn't they put out the symphony and all that stuff? Wasn't that like part of the '88 when they came out with?
I think that would be the year before.
I don't know. I think that was '88.
Maybe. I don't know. You know what? I'm only halfway through, so they could possibly have think about it.
That was the joint. Next up, that was the song. What about Big Daddy Kane?
He's talked about him. I think he's got. So he did make one line in there, and usually that means he'll come in later. The thing they'll cut things up.
you got a question, or we got a question. Trish Anderson, do you think Will Smith spun off of Flavor? Nah,
Oh no, absolutely not.
no,
It's not even in the same league.
no. He really thought he was rapping. I'm sorry. He took himself serious. You know what
Yeah,
the best?
But hey, look, here's the deal. He's part of hip hop history.
Yeah, he is, because Summertime was
Hate
like
it,
one of the.
love it.
Wait a minute. Weren't they? Was it Jazzy Jeff the Fresh Prince the first rap group to win a Grammy or something
They
like
talk
that?
about that story. That
Which was
story's
complete and utter
insane.
bull.
Here's
No
the
way in the
deal.
world that should have happened.
Here's the deal. Remember, and you remember this, I'm sure, they wouldn't put the hip hop award on live TV.
Right.
So they were so all the hip hoppers decided to boycott the Grammys that year. Right. And so he's talking about MTV had a party, right? And so the people that were nominated was like him, Chuck D, and Public Enemy, and I want to say Salt and Pepper. Yeah, and Salt and Pepper. So they're talking, and Salt's talking about, oh, that man, there's so many crazy things in this podcast you just didn't know.
I just remember thinking, how the hell? The first rap Grammy of all time. And this is what wins this weak ass stuff. I mean, I was really pissed back then.
Everybody was pissed, especially when we had Public Enemy, at the peak of being Public Enemy. So it was just like, really? Come on.
That was like the year. I know Eric B. and Rakim came out at the end of '86, but when the album started coming out, '88.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did
Boogie Down Productions. You had Eric B. and Rakim. You had Public Enemy. And that's what wins? Are you kidding me? I'm still mad. And this is 35 years later. I'm still mad. The best Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince song to me is A Touch of Jazz. And that's because it's just Jazzy Jeff doing his thing on the turntables. No vocals.
Yeah, I agree. New comment? Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I would say
they decided the winners. They decided the nominees.
Well, but it's a certain type. It was the folks who wanted to have something that was amenable to the wider community, and they were. There was no fear factor,
or like she said, white people. That's
but there was no fear factor. It was
but
no.
It's the Academy.
I'm just trying to get it out. There was no fear factor with them, because with Public Enemy or some of the other ones that were hitting hard, they couldn't deal with that. But they could surely deal with some clown talking about I want to fight Mike Tyson. That was just
I don't
trash.
think that was that one that hadn't came out.
That was trash.
That hadn't came out yet. But anyway,
nothing about the world are nothing but trouble. I mean, it was so awful. I couldn't stand all that nonsense. I'm sorry. I'm just Alan.
It was soft. It was soft. It was soft rap.
Soft like tissue paper. Oh my
God.
I mean, Eric B. and Rakim were coming out with "Follow the Leader." I mean, you know how hard hitting that song was. Oh my God! And then this nonsense is.
It wasn't eligible.
It was. Because it was too hard.
No, it was just too late. It was a little too late in the year.
No, it was too hard.
Okay, it was too hard. But I don't think anything at that time was harder than Public Enemy. And they did get a nod, but they wasn't getting no win.
Ayana is saying that she thinks
exactly. That was Ayana. I think she's saying that was one of the biggest things, is that some people just didn't like the fact that they didn't want to rap and be
Hey, look,
pop act. They were pop act.
Wait. Rakim was not cussing on the biggest songs that they had out there.
They're not a pop act.
And neither. Well, Public Enemy wasn't. Chuck wasn't really saying anything crazy.
I mean, you can name all
but
these
they weren't
songs.
Sounding like
Let me put it
bubblegum.
like this. Here's the one thing I will say: you can name any song you want, but none of them sold like Parents Don't Understand. None of them sold.
Parents of the world ain't nothing but trouble. And then they had that goofy sound, ding, 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 ding. I mean, oh, come on.
The I Dream of Jeannie sound.
Oh, it was just, oh, come on. You couldn't
Dude,
get any
it
more
was-
bubblegum than that.
It was like, hey,
It was
Hey,
terrible. I'm sorry.
it was. They were the Britney Spears of hip hop. Okay,
Look,
I'll give you that. Okay,
the second best song they ever did was the Summertime song. That was the
I'll give
second
you
best
that.
one they did.
But-
Other than that, I couldn't. No thanks.
88 was a great year.
It was a great
hip-hop.
year, but it was completely misrepresented by that winning. Sorry, Ayana. It is what it is. Sorry, man. You got me all riled up. Why'd you get me all riled up?
Because you're just stupid.
I didn't need to. I didn't really need that.
Hey, and they're from your hometown, and you're bitching. You should shut up.
I'm from Delaware. I'm not from Philadelphia.
Oh, whatever.
Born and raised on Rebound. Oh,
You know every effing word.
look,
You know
come
every
on.
effing word.
That was,
You're pulling out. You're pulling
that was
out
our
the deep.
era.
You're pulling out the deep hooks.
That was our era. Come on, how could I not? And his
But I'm
rap cadence
saying-
was his rap cadence was trash.
That's
I'm
how
sorry.
much they played it, bro. It was the biggest hit of the year. I'll give it that. I'm pissed. I definitely thought it was a sellout cut for sure. You know,
All right, finally
but
the truth comes
I'm
out.
over it. I'm
The
over
truth
it.
comes out. Thank you.
But hey,
I'm not over it. I'm sorry.
you need to get over that one.
But you know what? What makes me feel
Because
better though?
no matter, you know what, no matter what, they were the first.
Ugh.
They didn't
I
have to
just-
be the best. And you know what? It
So-
really does set a precedence for what we
does?
even see. Absolutely, because what we see today. I don't know how many times I've sat and watched Beyonce
Look
not
what
win
Look at
album of the
Paul's-
year for some
Look at Paul
bullshit.
said.
I'm
Yeah, we're
just
both-
done.
Well, you know what? I was done well before that. You know why? Because when Prince did not win certain awards,
Or not even be nominated.
or not even be.
You know, I don't know how many times Prince. Why doesn't Prince have like record of the year one of the years? I don't know. So don't get me started.
I don't want to.
You know, you always. I mean, it's just it's always been this way.
If you think I'm
And it's
upset
still
with Will Smith,
no, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna get mad about
Don't
Will
get me
Smith,
started.
we can talk about all these other hip
Don't
hop.
get me started.
You
Man,
know what?
I need to listen to this to Salve Me. This is the new Diamonds and Pearls Super
Yeah.
Deluxe box set.
Yeah,
Yeah, look how thick that is. Look
I've
how
been
thick
listening.
that is.
I've
Oh,
been listening.
it's awesome.
I've been listening.
I needed
Honestly,
that.
we could talk about that too a little bit because I'm just going to tell you. Did you listen to because we're going to talk hip hop anyway? You know, I mean, did you listen to the one where they talked to the rapper from that album? Oh my God.
Tony, your boy Tony.
Oh, now
I
he
thought you were a
sucked.
Tony fan. I thought
He
you were a
sucked.
Tony fan.
Matter of fact, I'll take Will Smith over him any day.
well, he's a no name. Of course you.
Oh my God. But any rate, here's my thing about that album. And it's I don't know what it is, but listening to it again, brings back memories of why it's not one of my favorite albums. And
You
it
know
was
what?
because Prince was trying too hard.
But there were certain. I mean, come on. When you have 39 albums, they all can't be your favorite. There are things and songs and compilations that just. There's some that you prefer more than others. There are, the songs that did not make it on Diamonds and Pearls. There are some that were better than the ones that made it.
Oh, easily.
Like
Because
this Dark
that's the
Side-
thing
have you-
too.
have you
It's like
listened
some
to
of the
the Dark
songs that
Side
are
song?
on which one? Dark?
Dark Side.
Dark Side. Yeah, yeah. I
They
heard
put that video out on the Prince YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
That's so
I have to
good.
check
and,
that out.
and the Open
video.
Book, that was a song I think you
Open
wrote for your
book,
teacher.
yes.
Oh, that's a great song.
It's a
Why
great
was
song.
that not on that? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Hey.
And
And then
you
there
know,
was
that-
like this. What was that one song about
what, Jughead?
no, that's trash. But I mean, that became Get Off, right? Is that the one?
No, Jughead was its
Okay.
own.
No,
Get Off
okay.
is
There's one on there that was an early work of Get Off. I can't remember, and it
Yeah.
turned into Get Off, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, I really enjoyed listening to him work through songs. My biggest problem, I think, with that album, just in general, and man, all the songs that I like were the ones that are not this. He was trying to do too much New Jack Swing runoffs.
Yeah, he was
And
trying on.
yeah, and that drove me crazy about a lot of the songs. And then re-listening to it and hearing him do certain things, and I'm like, man, he was so stuck on trying to get that sound. And it was the songs that he didn't try to get that sounds on, which end up being the better songs.
Well, Insatiable to me, I think is my
Insatiable,
favorite song on that.
Diamonds and Pearls.
Diamonds and Pearls was awesome. I like Money Don't Matter Tonight. That was a
Money
good
Don't
song.
Matter Tonight. And what was the one I said that you could almost like until Tony starts? Oh, God. Anyway.
Oh, I'm forgetting that one, but yeah. Well, and then but it's all a progression because that led to the next one with Sexy MF and all that. I love that stuff, and it led
that
to all
album?
the other things he did. Yeah. The Symbol album came right after that one.
Diamonds and Pearls. Album came right after Diamonds and Pearls.
Right.
Yeah, I like that one.
And that had a lot.
That's when he got me back because I was like, this is pissing me off.
Oh man, when Sexy MF came out. It's like,
well, we can't talk about that yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
I'll be there for
Diamonds and Pearl world.
Yeah, I'll be there for next year to buy the deluxe.
Exactly. I mean, every year you got to buy, right? Honestly, I'm just going. Hey, I've been listening to it. I've been giving it some. But there's tracks I just have to skip.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah. But that's okay.
Yeah, but I didn't do that on the other album. I didn't do that on.
Well, Sign of the Times. To me, that's his best album of all
time. But I'm saying I listened to all those songs. You're talking about 50 songs.
That was probably when he was at his absolute peak.
Absolute.
Because there was so much, and then there were songs that he did for other people that were coming out at the same time.
So no doubt, this is good to listen to. Absolutely grab it. If you're a Prince fan, go through it.
You got to get it if you're a Prince fan.
Absolutely. I mean, because you hear like 5 or 6 different versions of different songs, and it's just amazing to listen to this. He's a genius. He's definitely such a genius, and it's just becomes more and more apparent the more I dig in his crates.
Well, I like listening to the ones where you could hear him conducting, like giving commands and how tight the band is. That
he said ending.
Yeah, and it just
and all of a sudden a 7-minute song just ends perfectly.
Yeah, so all the practice that had to go into and then being able to pick up on those like one-word commands. I mean, it's really cool because I think that's the thing that people don't really give him a lot of credit for. Yeah, he's a great guitar player. Yeah, he's a great piano player. He's a great singer. He's a great performer. He's a great band leader. He's an awesome band leader.
He's a conductor, bro.
And he knows who to get to do what. He knows what to do with the talent. I mean,
and I think that's part of it too. I think he finally had gotten a band he was really tight with because he hadn't had that since the Revolution. So even when he was at the and that's another thing too I could tell is that it wasn't until the podcast came out that I didn't know that the Revolution plays most of the music on the album for Sign of the Times. See,
that was their last.
That's really their last album together. But it didn't come out that way in the liner notes and stuff. Right. So, but it was he put together a band for the road and all that stuff. Then he had the next tour and album. But
think about this: between Sign of the Times and Diamonds and Pearls, he had the one Love Sexy was 88, Batman was 89, the Graffiti Bridge was 90. So we had like 3 albums come out between Sign of the Times. Actually, at least 3. Because there was that one
because Gold album I think might have came out.
No, that came out in 95. The Black album was supposed to be. Remember, the Black album
was originally
Sign of the Times.
Right. Okay. So then that was in there then. That would be an album we could count between the Sign of the Times and Almost. Well, maybe not because it was at the same time.
Well,
But
Sign
yeah.
of the Times, it was supposed to be like I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be 3 CDs.
It's supposed to be 3.
Originally, it was called Crystal Ball. And
Wait. I thought Camille was the other album.
Well, Camille was featured on this 3 CD thing, but the record Warner Brothers said, no, you're oversaturating the market. You're gonna have to cut it down.
Stupid. I should have did it.
Nah.
Well, they're doing it now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think the Black Album actually morphed into Love Sexy because remember he thought it was too dark an album. And if you know, Love Sexy was all this light and it was great. I mean, I love Sexy. But I think that came from the darkness of the Dark Album or Black Album.
Anyway, you're going to say that there was 3 albums in between, right?
There's at least 3 albums.
At least 3 albums in between.
Because Love Sexy.
All right, you got anything tech wise before we get out of here?
Yeah, why is everybody so down on Apple?
What do you mean?
Their earnings report came out. I think they made like 89 billion in quarterly revenues, and people were not happy.
Well, how big was it? Was it a big drop? Did they miss the street?
They pretty much expectations were in line,
but so they didn't beat the street.
But iPhone sales in China were low or something like that.
That's scary.
Well, not low, but it didn't meet expectations. I mean, and then did you watch the Apple event where they?
No, I was going to watch it and then I just said I'll listen.
No, I watched it.
All right.
And I think people, look, I don't really care about a lot of stuff, but I'm really interested in the MacBook Pro stuff. And to me, they came pretty strong with the new M3 chip.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 flavors of it. And the high end, of course, is the Max. And they put that in their new MacBook Pros, the 14-inch and the 16-inch. And I'm gonna get one eventually. I'll probably get a 14-inch one. I know my buddy Paul Greenberg, he's gonna get a 14-inch one. But it seems like, I don't know, it seems like people were expecting more or expecting other products or whatever. And it just seemed like it was a pretty down week on Apple. And I was just curious, you're not really, you don't care. You're not really. Apple. You don't really. Well, you do have a MacBook Pro, don't you?
Oh, I like Apple products, but I'm not a fanboy.
No, I'm not a fanboy, but I like the products.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to have the newest or the latest.
Yeah, we can tell by your webcam.
Hey, shut up. So, I'm not that interested in that part, but I like the fact that they have those new chips. So
yeah, I'm gonna get.
I'll probably get. I mean, I'm ready for an upgrade probably next year. So it's about time.
What that means? Yeah, we know what that means.
It's about time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But on the flip side, everybody seems to be back on the Amazon bandwagon. Have you noticed that?
Yep. Somewhat. I mean, hey, they had a great earnings. Everything was pretty thumbs up-ish. And we'll see. And
also Shopify seems to be people. Here we are. Is this a fourth quarter coming in? People are getting on the bandwagon with all the e-commerce stuff. You're the e-com boss.
I don't think they're getting on the bandwagon necessarily, but I do see. The deal was there was this overhype about e-commerce coming out of the pandemic. Right. So I think that gave it a unnatural, the same way we had an unnatural up, we had an unnatural down. And so now it's leveling back out and people are recognizing that if you had taken out the unnatural up, we would still be on the same incline, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, you know what?
For e-com
let's just
and its adoption rates.
It just proves the point that people are stupid, man. Come on. I mean, how could you expect the trajectory that e-commerce, Amazon, all these folks were on during the pandemic, where everybody was forced into their houses, you couldn't get out, so you had to shop online, or you wouldn't get stuff. How would you expect that to continue once things start opening up? I don't
Because
I
I
just don't
don't think people understood how we were going to rebound. I don't think people understood how fast humans were ready to rebound. So they had this projected way out. And I mean, you just think about in multiple industries, travel, they got totally unexpected increases. Like you said, people are stupid. That's why. Yeah. People are stupid both ways. They're stupid on over, getting crazy, and then they're stupid on going down. And that's where we're at right now, where it's starting to flatten again.
Is it stupidity or is it greed? Like, it feels like it's kind of two parts of and one part of each of these things. Because
you know what?
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it's the laggards. Okay, so by the time the laggards get in, they're the ones that push things real far up, and then it's the laggards that push everything down. So they jump in at the very end, and that creates this bubble, and it bursts, and then it gets back to where we are. Because it's people that are not informed start doing things that they think, oh, I need to get on this now. I need to get on it now, and the train already left the station, man.
So we're after Halloween. We're heading right smack dab into Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that. So what's your prediction? How are we going to be? Are we going to be pleasantly surprised when we look back after the holiday season and say, "Oh, it was huge"? Is it going to be big, or are we going to go backward?
It'll be interesting. I don't know.
What a cop out. What a cop out.
No,
it'll be interesting.
Okay, because it's okay. Here's the thing. It seems to me that every year we're going up in terms of the numbers, in sales numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I expect there to be a number that's going to go up. However, the price of every fucking thing is 4 times what it used to be, So when you say, oh, we sold X a million, and that beat it by X amount percent, but it's like, well, shit, everything I buy costs X percent more. So did you sell more? Did you make more? I don't know. So, we're in this hyperinflation world right now. And so everything else, the base cost of everything is higher. Of course, how much you spend ends up being higher. And is that translating into businesses really growing profits and stuff?
Well, it seems like consumer spending is not slowing down.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy.
Well, we keep hearing, and how long have we been hearing?
2 years, 2.5.
And we're still waiting. We're still looking.
I don't think we're waiting.
Thing.
I think we're over. I'm over it.
I don't feel like it doesn't feel like people are over it, because it still feels like it's weighing heavily on all of our activities, all our actions. It's the
doom and gloom.
The recession is coming. It's still coming. It's like, well, damn, I don't see it. I haven't seen it yet.
I think part of it is political.
Thanks, Alan, for hanging out. Have a great weekend. Hope the Jets,
I think part of it's political, man.
Really?
Yeah. I think you need it to be. I don't honestly. So when they ask consumers, I just saw this research. They asked the consumer, "Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago?" Right? And most people say yes, they're better off than they were 4 years ago. Right? Then they ask them, are you happy with the current administration, and do you think they're doing a good job? And suddenly you're down to 30% yes. So it's kind of this weird, you're better, you got more, you're doing better, but you don't like what you're doing. So it goes all the way back to what you say. People are stupid.
So it's more important to be negative about a positive situation. That's what it
I think
sounds
so.
like.
Or you got to bring negative into. That's the only thing I can come up with that might explain why we keep hearing about this so-called doom and gloom coming, but then we have this boom, but everybody's kind of putting a lid on it. It's
Did you
weird.
see
It is very weird.
the stock market was up big time? Well, this is the third week in a row. It's up big time today because the job growth numbers came in under expectations,
Lower.
which make people think that, oh, that means the Fed won't have to raise interest rates, and therefore the stock market went crazy. It's like you get one piece of news that says one thing, then you get another piece of news that says another thing, then you get the third piece that says something complete. This has been going on for 2 years.
Yeah, you know what? That some have really said that might be it's like the pre-COVID versus the post-COVID economy, right? And it's like since COVID, no economic numbers have been in sync like they used to. Well, like you said, one would be up and the other would be down now, and where before, like, oh, all the indicators would be up. So I don't know. I'm not smart enough. That's beyond my pay grade.
Trish, well, you were right about you not being smart enough. But Trish says even China has found a new niche by selling their wholesale products to everyday consumers. Have you seen that?
If I'm guessing, and she can clarify, but I'm thinking she's talking about platforms. Like on the platforms now, and they're building their own platforms. So, yeah, it is.
Well, one thing about
the middleman is being cut out, and that's always going to be the case. So there used to be a whole, there's a whole industry of middlemen that simply create products in China, bring them over here, up the price, and sell it. That's just,
that's that
right?
arbitrage thing, right? Where you can get it cheap over here and then sell it high over there. And,
well,
you make your margin right in between, what's going on geographically.
It's the difference between being a manufacturer and an importer.
Importer, exporter.
Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. But or buying wholesale. There's a lot of people in the middle when you buy and resell wholesale, and they got to get paid too. So now the Chinese are able to get their products directly, from manufacturer, and there's still some middlemen in there, but it's starting to be able to do that. Yeah, Alibaba is one of the platforms that's doing that. They got AliExpress. I'm trying to think of the new one, Temu. That's another platform that's out there. Shein and their clothes and their manufacturing. A lot of that is the same thing. So, direct to consumer is a thing, and that plays well even for the manufacturer to go
how does that
consumer.
Play with small businesses? Because a lot of small businesses, aren't they the ones in the middle? I mean, they're not manufacturing a lot of stuff on their own.
Absolutely.
They're like resellers and affiliate sellers. And so are they the ones getting squeezed in all this?
I think everybody's feeling some of the squeeze because, hey, there's only so many dollars going around, right? So even Walmart's feeling that squeeze. But yes, Temu, yeah.
What's Shane? That's another one, I guess.
Shein or Shein, yeah.
I don't know.
That's a clothing manufacturing. I mean, they're fantastic. But
really?
there's a whole fashion industry that is fast moving disposable fashion now, right? And these guys, you can buy a whole outfit for 20-30 bucks on Shein, and it's huge, man. It's probably one of the fastest growing e-commerce platforms in America right now. Is Shein?
Oh, it is in America. It's not a Chinese.
Well, when I say it's a Chinese company, but I mean,
okay.
obviously Shein. Come on.
I don't know. I don't speak.
But yeah, it's one of the fastest, and then it sparked, and of course, AliExpress was one of the first dabbles in that market space. You remember what was there? There used to be another one. I can't remember, guys. It was like it wasn't Shop. It was another one that was in between these two, and they've done this. TikTok shops in China selling high-end products cheap too. Oh, that's cool. I need to go check that out.
Yeah, but you can't get good Rams gear, I'm sure.
No, you can't get Rams gear, but you can get Rams gear. Yeah.
It's spelled all wrong.
Right, it's got an extra horn in the middle.
Like
it'll be
a red horn instead of a gold.
But so I mean that's bro. But here's the deal. This is how Walmart made its industry. That's what they did very well. They got products manufactured in China, brought it into their stores, created their own lines of products, and knocked off a lot of other products. I mean, dude, I mean the game. Look, this is the game. This is the game. I mean, and that's why when that's the retail game. I mean, it's the closest you can get to the customer and the lowest price is going to win. It's just how it works, unless you bring something unique to the table. So how do you change that, right? If you curate stuff, so I'm getting only the best stuff or the best label, the bags that are really made out of great materials, for your backpacks or whatever it is, you got to put your spin, your mark on it. You got to add value somewhere. If all you're doing is picking something up, buying it, offering it to somebody else at $1 more, that is not going to play well forever. So you got to have something unique.
The thing I'm keeping track of when it comes to China is like the U.S. government's attempt to limit the amount of chips from companies like NVIDIA and AMD, all the things, the chips that make basically the world go round, particularly the AI world. Right. How they're trying to limit the amount of chips that these companies are able to sell to China. I don't particularly like that.
That's politics.
I know that is pure politics. It has nothing
pure
to do
politics.
It's not capitalism, that's for sure. It's pure, and it's you're trying to stay. Like you look at these companies like China and Russia and other companies as competitors to the U.S., of course, and because the chip game is like the game that could flip the balance of power. You see the government step in and keep sales of that kind of stuff
limited.
Limited. I don't know if that's the long-term answer to this. I don't think I like that as the long-term answer.
Well, what do you got? What do you got on the table?
Continue to stay ahead. Continue to innovate. Manufacture your stuff here as opposed to in China. Incentivize companies to manufacture here those chips instead of China.
Exactly. But I mean, how do you do that when you have a worker base that is so much more expensive?
Well, if it's that important, if this chip thing is that important, you do things to give credits to these manufacturers. Give a little back. Let them pay the folks more, and you basically, what's the word that you talk about?
Incentivize.
You incentivize, and that allows you to build this industry, in a place where you want it to be and have more control of where you want it to be, as opposed to just limiting the sales. Why should a company like NVIDIA or AMD be penalized because countries all around the world want their product?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Should the government just give them money to not sell the products like they do, let's say, in farming?
That's a good question. I mean, if it's that important, if you're that worried about your competitors, I think it's imperative for the government to come up with an answer that does not penalize companies.
It's interesting. It's way above my pay grade.
Man, you've been
But
saying that the whole time.
because I don't get paid much.
Okay.
I mean, you're you're greedy. You take it
Anyway,
all.
I just don't like I don't like you penalize companies by not allowing them to sell the companies or consumers
Or sell
that
their
want
products.
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a long-term answer. Like,
Yeah. It's a national security thing.
it is.
Well, that's the way they're putting it.
That's
out
the way
there.
they're positioning it.
Yeah.
That's the easy solution, really, when you think about it. Because
here's the one thing I'm gonna say. Guys. I'm just thinking about this. The China thing, and it's actually an opportunity. It's actually an opportunity. Like you're saying, the same way you're saying this about to compete, get better. That's the same way you got to do in all this business with it going direct to consumer. I mean, that's capitalism.
But see, that is when you say compete, that means the folks who are competing are trying to do their best to win, as opposed to limiting the sales for companies who other folks want to buy from. I mean, that's a big difference.
Big difference.
Anyway, we're not going to solve this today.
No, it's solved, bro. We're done. It's done.
We ran out of time. It ain't solved.
We've talked.
And we need to thank Ayana and Trish for hanging in with us the whole time with very timely comments.
I didn't see Paul Greenberg.
He gave us one. He was referring to Will Smith winning the Grammy.
Oh, that's you.
Black Grammy.
Oh, yeah.
No, you finally admitted to it.
You're not over it.
All right, so we're over this show.
All right, I'm over you.
Are you around next week?
I think so. I think I'm around to the end of the year.
Oh wow!
That's why it's a new season. Season 4. Let everybody know. Season 4 is back. We're back, man.
We're only back to say goodbye. Maybe we'll see you next week.